Hello everyone, this is Michelle Patterson here with Angel Souls, and these are your May 2017 Angel Oracle card readings. For this month, I will either be using the Messages from Your Angels Oracle deck by Doreen Virtue or the Archangel Oracle cards, also by Doreen Virtue. And for everybody, I will be pulling a crystal card from Rochelle Sharman's The Healing Crystal Oracle deck. If you would like a personal reading with me, now's the perfect time to do that. Just go to my website at angelsouls444.com, the services page. Please make sure to fill out the submission form. I still have people not filling out the submission form, and then they're surprised when they're not in line. And they might have already waited 3 weeks for their reading. So please, that's an imperative part. If you want a personal reading, that's how you get in line, okay? Now, if you missed the submission form, no problem. It's listed under the thank you tab on my website. So if, like, after you're done purchasing, if you're like, hey, I didn't see it, just go right there and you can fill it out that way. If you'd like to support me on Patreon, I will leave all that information down below. And I will also leave information in case you are interested in any of my courses or the year overview still listed over at Gumroad. So there it is. Let's get started. Hi there, Taurus. Let's see what's going on for you for May 2017. There's a nice feeling around this month. Even if events turn out that they seem like they're not very nice, or dang it, didn't I already go through that? No, it's all good. It's all good. You're learning how to handle things, to take on a new perspective, and sort of release yourself through that new perspective. Okay? So let's get your cards here. What do we have? Peace. Shanti. Very nice. Starting that. You're letting things go. Saying forget about it. And here you go. This is what you're letting go of. This feels like, this is the Grace and Antoinette card, and this is usually conflict. Now, for some of you, you might be actually having conflict with somebody, but for most of you, I think it's like you're letting go of the old way of reacting to things. You're letting go of who you used to be, and you're allowing yourself to grow. For some of you, depending on where you are on your path, you're allowing yourself to blossom, and it's by letting go of the conflicts. Okay, and you're getting support from the other side. We have the Sonia card here. A lot of beings on the other side want to help you all because you're, okay, this is beautiful. Some of you, this is what I'm honestly feeling. I'm feeling like a lot of us are, pardon me while I get all comfy on my couch here. Okay, so things are winding down. Things are coming to a close. And this is something that you wanted to have come to a close. But again, you know, and I've said this before when these kinds of messages have come up, it feels like a part of you dies. Okay? A part of you is going away. I know for me, as I started to hit middle age, I started kind of mourning for my 20-year-old self. You know, and all that she went through, and, you know, who I was all throughout my 20s, so on and so forth. So you start kind of maybe even, how do I say this? Again, I'm going to use the word mourning. You're sort of mourning for who you used to be, and yet you know you don't want to be that anymore, right? So it's a very conflicting kind of thing, but there's a lot of comfort. You have your spiritual team on the other side rooting you on and saying, come on, you got this, come on, you got this, you know? Or for some of you, and just so you know, these cards are not predictive. So we do have that Sonia card in there, and that does speak about somebody on the other side that you might want to be in touch with. This doesn't mean you have to go through like mediumship and like, you know, a seance. God, don't do that. Just don't do that. And pulling them from wherever they are. It's not necessarily like that. You can just get into a calm, peaceful state, have your angels there with you, have Archangel Michael there with you, and you can converse with whoever is on the other side that you need to make sure that they're okay. All right? Or some of you are having to make peace with someone on the other side as well. It's going to vary from person to person. But the overall story that the cards, I think, are laying out is that you're coming to peace. You're looking at something that, something might come up to that, how do I want to say this? Like you're facing some past hurts, but it's not necessarily like the person's right there in front of you necessarily, but it's coming up again and you're looking at it and you're working through it. Okay, you're coming to peace with inner conflict. You are coming to peace with the spiritual side of you and knowing that there's something beyond this world, which, you know, if you kind of went back and forth between what's real, what's not real, you're coming to peace and acceptance with maybe not knowing, right? And coming to peace with somebody on the other side, and coming to peace with the closing of a chapter. The sun is setting right now by the end of the month, but it's setting on the old way of doing things. For some of you, this is starting a whole new life, starting a whole new career. Things are finalized, things are done. Don't be afraid of success, because that's another thing that I think, because this is actually good. This feels good, right? The cards, and people who are too stuck on what, the book says, blah, 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 buy the book, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss the message. No, when the Grace and Antoinette card comes up, it means I'm going to get into a fight with somebody. Just sit with that for a second. Really? Does it mean that? It doesn't mean that. It doesn't have to, at least. I mean, you might be having a conflict with somebody, especially if it's a sister or something like that. But remember, it does not have to, that doesn't have to be the story that unfolds. All right. So here we go. We have Shanti. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. We're going to see from the rest of the cards why that's happening. Sorry about that, guys. I had to switch out my battery. I do apologize, but again, we were just looking at the Shanti card. Let me just read it once again. I think I'll leave it in where I was already reading it, but it says, I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. And we were talking about it's because of these cards here, but you're coming to peace with what is. You're saying, it's okay now. I am reacting in a different way. This isn't about false positivity or spiritual sidestepping. That does not help you. Okay. If you do not acknowledge what's happening, then, you'll just have the same problem coming up over and over and over again. So you don't want to be that person that's, engaging in the religion of escapism all the time, right? Because again, you think that you got this, you think that you're maintaining it, but the peace isn't real. Okay? To maintain true peace, they're saying you have to be true to yourself and to your emotions, which might be this thing here, the Grace and Antoinette card. To help heal this situation, see the other person's point of view with compassion and see how that peace is now starting to flow. It's like, okay, let me step back here. Okay, you know what? To be fair, I did do X, Y, and Z. To be fair, you were in this with me, kind of thing. Or for some of you, this is a parent and child. And, if you want peace in the home, give the child a little bit of space, or let them have a voice, or, not run you, because parents go the other way sometimes too, where the child runs the whole household and decides who's going to do what, when, and where, and why, kind of thing. But this is saying, all these things can come to a place of peace. So this is a beautiful month for you guys. If it's internal conflict, you are balancing that out and you're coming to peace with that. If it is something external, whether it's a situation or another person, whatever the case may be, it's all good. It really is all good. You're really just letting it go. All right, so then we have this Sonia card. It says, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. So for some of you, it's coming to peace with whatever happened here. Okay, this would have already happened. This is a long time ago, probably. Or feeling their loving presence around you once again. But for most of us, it's like people on the other side who love us, again, sort of cheering our successes, cheering the fact that we got it. For some of you, you might be dreaming of somebody and they whisper something to you. It could be something like that. Do you know what I mean? Or you have like, at least in my dream states, they've never come out completely like, making sense. It could be in symbolism or, something like that. But let me just sit with this card for a second. I want to feel what else is coming through here. Knowing that you have support from the physical realm and the non-physical realm, as well as you get to this place. It's the Caressa card. You are at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits you now. Again, it could feel like some big part of you is going away, but it's a part of you that is now morphing into the version of you that you need to be in order to carry forward. If you want to progress in your life, it's time for change. Okay, and that's what's happening here. And I don't know if I said this already in the video, but whenever the Caressa card comes up, this is a sunset. The sun is setting on one area of your life. Now, depending on your perspective, that could feel like a dark night of the soul. But if you're in your wisdom and you're trusting and you're in your faith, you know that nighttime is a time for rest and reflection, rejuvenation. It's a time when the moon comes out. It can be very introspective. You can learn so much, and then you're ready to proceed forward by the time the sun rises again. All right, so it just depends on how you want to take that. So your crystal card is Petrified Wood, Ancestors, which is interesting that we have Ancestors here, and then we have the Sonia card, right? We kept saying, like, you know, help coming from sort of the non-physical world. For some of you, this could be ancient wisdom, but this is the past. And it's coming to terms with the past. For some of you, it's ending a karmic cycle. It's ancestral healing, perhaps. But, you know, for example, if you come from a family that's always been predominantly in a state of lack, you're releasing that now. Or if you come from a long line of people who constantly get divorced or something like that, you're breaking all of those things now, and you are free. All right, guys? So there it is. Have a beautiful month. And, of course, I'm sending you so much love. Take care.